Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists physicians with employment contract issues. One question med students have is what is the average salary for a resident physician? After a physician graduates medical school, they move on into an internship and then into residency within their specialty. And they do get paid, but for most of them, it's simply not even remotely enough for the amount of work that they're doing. So it's not uncommon for a resident to work 70 or 80-hour weeks. And the average salary for a resident in the United States is around $63,000. Now, maybe you're a resident right now and you're thinking, I don't make even close to that, or maybe I make more. This is an average across all specialties. Now, some specialties will make a little bit more than others. Some could be as high as high 60s, whereas maybe in like family medicine, you could be low 50s. So can a resident negotiate their salary during training? No. They simply have no leverage. Anytime you're negotiating a contract, it's based upon leverage. And even those residents coming out of training completely and moving on to their first, employed job, they don't have a ton of leverage either. The only leverage they have in those situations are, one, if they're in a specialty that's needed, or two, if they're willing to go to a geographic area that's underserved and needs physicians. Around $63,000 is the resident salary. If you think of it this way, if they are working 70 to 80 hours a week, that means they're making about $15 an hour and providing care as a doctor for $15 an hour. Now, obviously, once they move out of training, the salary increases substantially, and for some specialties, could be a 8-fold increase, at least just coming out. But that's what it is. One consideration that we take into account when we are reviewing and negotiating a resident or fellow's first contract is most of them don't have a ton of money coming out of training. So if the new employer is offering a signing bonus or relocation assistance, we want to make certain that they're getting a chunk of that prior to moving and starting the new job wherever, if they are moving from where they're currently training. Simply, most residents, especially if they have family, maybe they're the only breadwinner at that point, they don't have $10,000 to $15,000 if they're making a cross-country move. So we need to make certain that either the employer is paying their moving costs directly to the moving company, or they're going to front the money prior to the physician needing to spend it on the move. And that way they don't have to outlay a ton of cash, because it certainly is expensive moving from one place to an entirely different one. So residents certainly are underpaid. Unfortunately, it's just kind of part of the process that they have to go through in order to, really start to being fairly compensated for, the services they provide. But it's just tough when you're making that little. And then I think the average physician has about, it's like 47% of physicians have student loans over $200,000. It can be a big burden. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always call us at the phone number listed below in the description, or you can reach out to us through our website, chellelaw.com, CHELLE law.com. Again, my name is Robert Chelle. I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.